Hey everybody, it used to be Daily Survival Tips and Gear Review, but now I have changed it over to True Survival. A little bit less of a title and a little bit easier to remember, kind of like this new title a little bit better. But we're going to be taking a couple looks at a couple knives. Now one of them is brand new, but it's a replacement knife from Camillus, and it is from one of the top of the lines of survivalists. It is a Les Stroud knife, and the other one is a Bear Grylls knife that I've actually done some modifications to it. I'm not completely 100% done with my modifications, but I've kind of used it a little bit, and I'm going to do some test footage here soon and upload it so everybody can see what I have done. So let's get into it, and hopefully you guys will like it. Now I'm going to do the Bear Grylls one first. As you can see, the Bear Grylls one is the compact fixed blade, I believe. I've had it for quite a bit, and as you guys can see here, it's got all the painting and stuff off of it, and the handle's still pretty good. Used to have a Gerber sign back here that's been rubbed off. Now when you first get these, you can see down here it's got a clip that you can actually take this clip out. Can't do it. The reason why you can't do it anymore on mine is because I glued it into the back, because one of the biggest flaws with this knife is that this piece, this plastic buckle piece here, it used to just slide off and you would just lose your knife. I mean, this whole entire piece would come out and you'd have this just laying on the ground somewhere. It happened to me so many times I got tired of it, so I just glued it in there. I'm sorry it's not a face shot today, but I figured that I've got this camera that I've updated to for better videos, so I thought I'd try it this way. I will be doing some more talks and everything. So here it is. As you can see, it has been used, and when I first got it, this part right here comes serrated. I'm not a big fan of serrations. As you can see, it's been used quite a bit. I have pummeled it. I have filed the back here to a 90 degrees so it does strike a ferro rod. It does not do that. When it comes in the brand new, it's kind of rounded off at the top here. I do like this knife a lot. It is very comfortable in the hand, and it's, I don't know exactly how to put it, but it is very, very good. It's got a good grip on it. The only part that I don't like about it is it's too narrow in the handle, and when you're using it a lot, it does tend to kind of hurt your hand a little bit. So I might wrap it in paracord to give it a little bit more bulkiness to it to fit in my hand. Now in others it could fit perfectly. Now as you can see, I have taken the serrations off, and what I did was I just took a regular old file and just did that and just kept going at it till those serrations were gone. Now yes, it does have a two-step blade here. It's like, here's this one, and then it drops down into this. Reason I made it like this is because this piece right here, I use for feather sticking and shaving. It works perfectly. It's a little bit of more of a task to sharpen, which I will say it's a pain, but it's actually kind of worth it as well. Now a lot of the Bear Grylls knives that I've gotten, they completely suck, and they're not the greatest that have been out there, but this one I actually tend to like. Now I do know that there is a full fine edge paracord wrapped knife out there that's basically this one without the handle, and it's just, you know, skeletonized handle with paracord wrapped through it, and I'm not a big fan of that. I've actually held that before, and it's not the best I can ever believe to hold. It just was uncomfortable as can be. So I did shave this down a little bit to get another flat, you know, fine edge surface, and I do use it for feather sticking. It's really good to shave off, you know, fine tinder, and believe it or not, even with this little drop down point right here, it actually does really well. Still with batoning, not large things, because I mean it's not a very large knife. I think the overall length of it's like close to 4 inches, maybe a little less, I believe. But it's still a very good knife, and I like it, even with the modifications I did. And some people might be like, oh, why would you do that to a perfectly decent knife? Well, the serrations were getting in the way with me. I didn't care for them, and I have been watching a lot of videos on different knife makings and stuff, so I decided to kind of just, you know, modify this one up a little bit. Now, I will say, this knife that I'm going to show you guys next, it's a brand new knife. It has not been used yet, but this is the third replacement that I've had, and that is the Les Stroud. And let me try to zoom out here just a little bit. Sorry. There we go. It's the Les Stroud SK Mountain. Now, yes, it is. This one is brand new. I had just got it not too long ago, and as you can see, it still has the knife point protector on it, and it's not been used one bit. It's got a little bit of condensation, I think, or maybe it's just a little bit of oil that's hasn't been rubbed in right. But as you can see, no marks of being used or anything. But the reason I want to go ahead and show this knife is because I know there's still a lot of people out there that are looking for knives, and I actually prefer to, I guess you could say, I recommend this knife. I really do. It's a really good knife. Now, yes, it does have serrations and everything, which is fine. This is probably the only knife that I have that does have serrated edges to it. But they're not like super crazy aggressive or anything. I mean they're still aggressive and everything, but there's more fine edge here than there is serrated edges. And I do like this knife, and it's not because it comes with a fire steel. It's not because, oh, let me get it out here. Not because it comes with a light. Oh, that might blind you guys. And a whistle, which I will not be blowing. Then on the sheath itself, of course, you can see right there, it's got a knife sharpener, paracord wrapped around it, which I will be replacing that here soon. This paracord is not the best. I recommend you put your own type of paracord in there. A signal mirror, which, oh, you guys can actually see the camera and me there. Then it's got a compartment, which, I mean, there's multiple videos out on this particular knife, but the way I look at it is that I do recommend this knife for the simple fact it's very good for starting out, and it's not that expensive either. Like, I think Walmart has them on sale for like, I think it's like, last time I checked, it was like $34 for this one. And I know that Camillus and not Camillus, but Cabela's, they actually sell this knife for like almost 50-60 bucks. So I mean, it's still kind of in that knife range and everything of the Bear Grylls survival knife and everything. And this one, I picked it up on Amazon, I think, for like $23, which isn't too bad for, you know, a nice, good compact knife. And this actually has held up very well. So yeah, I know this one hasn't been used, and a lot of people do not care for videos. It's like, oh, they've never used the knife. I have used 2 knives of this. The reason being, and I'm going to explain very, very closely, there's nothing wrong with the fire steel or the whistle or the flashlight or the signal mirror, knife sharpener, or the knife itself. There's nothing wrong with the products in here. The reason I have to keep getting, this is my 3rd one of this, because believe it or not, the weakest point on this sheath is the belt loop. This piece right here is very easily to the point where either down here at the bottom here will come unpopped, or the top will come popped off. And this right here is the weakest flaw about this Camillus knife. I would like to find maybe a leather maker or something that can actually put, like, say, You can pop this mirror out if you do it carefully, and that's kind of blinding you guys, I'm sorry. You can kind of pop this signal mirror out here. It's not too hard to do. It's just basically glued in. But I would like to find maybe a Kydex sheath or a leather worker that can build all this stuff, like build like pockets and stuff like that for all this stuff, just because I do kind of like having it. I mean, it's a nice little novelty kind of thing, you know. I mean, I've got other fire stills and whistles and knife sharpeners and stuff, but, you know, it's kind of cool if, like, you know, yeah, I just want to go out for a nice little quick hike, and you don't want to carry a lot of things. Take this knife, and I mean, you've got a lot of stuff on it already, and it's all built into the sheath. So I do like the fact that, you know, Les Stroud had come up with that idea of all the stuff, and, you know, even the way to take care of it, and his little pocket survival guide kind of thing in the back here. Like I said, I just literally opened this up not too long ago out of the package from the Camillus. Customer service is actually really good to work with. You know, they've been very, very, very kind to me, and I'm like smudging up the mirror here, so yeah, it's got to be clean, and that's another thing. If I were anybody, I would take like a piece of a black electrical tape and maybe put it over that, so it's not, you know, signaling when it doesn't need to be signaling. I have really, I've never put anything inside the little container there. Matches might be a little bit too long if you get the wooden matches. Paper matches might fit in there, but it's going to smush it. So if you guys are interested, just leave me a comment in the comment section of giving me cool little ideas. I was thinking about, you know, some cotton balls or something like that, but in another pack that I always carry that when I'm hiking, which is a thigh pack that just goes on your belt loop and wraps around your thigh, almost like a SWAT team like dump pouch kind of thing. I've always got some kind of tinder that is easily lightable, sorry, with you know, sparks. So I do like this knife a lot, and I think it's good for beginners and stuff. And plus, I mean, even if you're not just getting into like wilderness survival or hiking or prepping, or just want to be able to have a good knife to go, you know, out in the woods with and just kind of have fun with bushcrafting, you know, and you're not on a big budget, you don't have a big budget or anything, this knife I definitely say is the way to go. So, you know, there's that. And like I said again, yes, there is a name change of the channel. It's now called True Survival. It's a little bit better, I think. I'm still going to do gear reviews. I'm still going to do discussions. I'm still going to do live events. So yeah, definitely keep on that. And like I said, you know, I carry some type of tinder that's easily lit by sparks, you know, from ferro rods. So give me some other ideas, maybe to put in here, and maybe on one video I'll pop this out again, and whoever left the comment of maybe something that I've liked and everything, I can, you know, you guys can see that you guys were the ones that did that and everything. And like I said again, 100 subscribers giveaway, so keep that up, share it, like it, tell your friends about it. And as I've always said, and this part will never change, the question is to ask yourself, are you paranoid? Are you paranoid enough? Take it easy. See you in the next video.